Hi, my name is Shelby Fisk, and I'm going to be talking about community-based programs. Two of them that I attended this semester. One was a cooking class, and one was a squatting clinic. So let's begin. So the first event that I attended was called an event called Cooking Through the Calendar. And it was located in the Grayson County Cooperative Extension Office in Litchfield, Kentucky. And here you can see the poster or the flyer that I found online. It's a program that is hosted once a month at their extension office in Grayson County. And it's about an hour-long or so class. So first we're going to talk about the population and community in Grayson County. So I have a couple pictures. This stuff was pulled from the Census Reporter and KentuckyHealthFacts.com. So on the left you can see the graphs, the population by age. 60% of it is 18 to 64 years old. 24.2% of persons live below the poverty line in Grayson County. The sex is 50-50, it's split evenly, and then the majority of the race and ethnicity is 95% white, 1% black, and everything else was not significant enough to put in this picture. So that's talking more about the demographics, and then the other things I'd like to talk about are the incident rates and health behaviors. So this is reporting from Grayson County, the physically unhealthy days per month, the recommended amount of intake of fruit and vegetables are very low. It's lower than the Kentucky average. Prevalence of overweight in Grayson County is 73%. Prevalence of obesity is 33%. The lack of physical activity in Grayson County, and this is for adults, is 42%, and the prevalence of smoking is 39%. I picked smoking and physical activity as some of the health behaviors that stood out to me because both of them were higher than the Kentucky averages. So now I'm going to talk about the individual who was running the program. Her name was Robin Felix. Her title is the Nutrition Education Program Assistant and SNAP Ed Educator. She received her MPH from WKU, and I would say that she definitely was an appropriate individual to deliver this health message. So the next question was about interpersonal collaboration. She was really great to work with. She encouraged me to participate and collaborate during this event. The information came from the University of Kentucky, so I didn't really get to create the information, but I did get to put my own spin on it and deliver the message the way, and she encouraged me to do so. I think that Robin seemed to have been doing this for a while, and she very much so knows her population and knows the demographics of the people that are attending their event. So it wasn't a very formal event, and I think the participants really liked that, and their attitudes were very receptive to Robin and her teaching styles. So next we're going to talk about the material. And the material lesson plan came from the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture. The sheets were already printed. The lesson plan was already done. What Robin did was she went through and highlighted the important parts of the program of each lesson that she thought was important to drive home and highlight for the individuals in the class. I thought that was really great. And everyone received a handout. Unfortunately, I think that the handout might have been a little bit of a higher literacy level, but I thought it was really great that Robin went through and highlighted, again, the important parts, the things that she thought were important for them to take home. In this event, I helped participate by like teaching in the class. So that was really cool. The information delivered, or the topics delivered by Robin, were calorie concerns, lighten up, normal blood pressure. The topics Robin covered, the calorie concerns, that lesson was covered more of like a try this instead of this. The lighten up was about food substitutions and cooking methods. Very informative. The normal blood pressure, it talked about diet and how it affects blood pressure for men and women. That was the huge thing. And then the cardiovascular disease lesson talked about risk factors and then had a list on the back of how to reduce them. I covered the topic of diabetes, and I talked about symptoms and treatments. And the treatments I talked about were diet, exercise, and medication, and just went over the symptoms with them as well. And then physical activity. I talked about all the benefits of physical activity, and on this sheet, it talked about it can lower your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and colon cancer. Those were the ones that it highlighted, but I really tried to like write home about them. Any activity is better than no activity. And then the last one was, what is your BMI and how to find it? And there was a chart on the information provided, so that's what I used and showed them how to figure it out for themselves. That the information was accurate. Was it clear? I don't know. It was hard reading the audience at that point. During the time when I was covering my topic, I talked about my relationship. Well, Robin introduced me and kind of led into it. So they were asking questions about me, and they also were asking questions about whether diet or exercise were more important. And I said that it was both, but I would say diet probably is has more deep-rooted in chronic disease. And then I think that throughout the entire presentation, the one thing that I thought needed to be added was adding some sort of action plan, or like telling them how they can implement these changes in their own life. So conclusion. It was planned well, yes, but was it effective? I don't really know this population, so I'm not really sure. The strength of the program, in my opinion, was the number of regular attendees. Robin said that there was more people in the beginning of the year than at the end, but there was still a pretty good turnout. They were all females. They were all white. There was one male, but I think that he was there to see Robin, honestly, but that's neither here nor there. There was a raffle at the end, and it was all of the ingredients of the dinner that was on the cooking of the calendar. At the end of the information, we got to try the dish, and then the raffle was drawn, someone's name was drawn, and they got to take all of the ingredients home with them. The other strength was they got to try the new recipe, which even if they didn't win, they could take, if they liked it enough, it encouraged them to make it at home for themselves. The weakness, in my opinion, was they needed younger participants. I think that class would be really great for mothers who have families and need to learn how to cook. It was an older crowd who was there attending. The other weakness I thought was the time of day. And the insight that I learned from this was that speaking and presenting in front of strangers definitely comes naturally to me. I was nervous, but she actually handed me the information the day that I got there, and I reviewed it, and I think that I did a really good job. I'm going to talk about my second event, was a squat clinic, and this is the information or the flyer that I saw for it. And it was hosted at EKU, and it was on the fitness floor. So this is the population and community. So on the left is from the age, poverty, sex, race, and ethnicity is from Census Reporter. This is actually the information about Madison County, Richmond, like EKU's campus, the like inner city. The prevalence of overweight, prevalence of obesity, lack of physical exercise, and unhealthy days, those are all big picture Madison County. So the median age, and the reason that I did this is because EKU is a college campus, so the median age is 29.1 years old. I thought that was really cool. It is 52% female, 70% is for the ages of 18 to 64, and the main ethnicity is 87% white, 7% black, and everything else was like 1 or 2%. And then on this one, I included the comparison from Madison County to Kentucky. So it was the same for prevalence of overweight. Madison County was higher in the prevalence of obesity, lack of physical activity. Madison County actually was lower than the state of Kentucky. In number of physically unhealthy days, Madison County was higher. And again, the citations for that is at the bottom of that page. So this was my instructor. His name was Tyler. He is certified from American Council on Exercise. Which is personal training. He's also TRX certified, and ISSN, which is International Society of Sports Medicine. He is very encouraging of starting small group training, and he's piloted a small group training program at EKU's campus. I was actually a participant in this clinic, which was really cool. So he definitely has the credentials, and I would say he was the appropriate person to deliver this health message. Okay, so this is T and I. We actually attended it together. So there was material. It was a printed flowchart from Barbend, so it was like a used material. I don't think that it was appropriate for this clinic because there were so many different levels. I think it was a good guide for them to like know what to expect, but honestly, it wasn't appropriate. Was the information accurate? Yes, it was. Was it clear? It depends on who was the one attending. I know a lot about it. About lifting, other people not so much. There were a lot of questions asked. Because there were so many different skill levels on how to squat, whereas my questions were like, how do I add weight? Whereas someone else's questions were more about form. So that was interesting. I definitely think there was additional information that was needed. These guys seemed like, or the Tyler seemed like he knew what he was doing, but at the same time, his needed to work on his communication skills, in my opinion. So the conclusion, it was planned. I don't think it was planned well because there was very low attendance. And was it effective? I enjoyed it because I squat regularly, but for other people, I don't really know if it was effective. There were 2 girls that walked up and they didn't really, I don't know if they got anything from it. The strengths was that I got individualized attention and it was free. Weakness, participants were all different fitness levels. The information that was printed on those sheets wasn't used. And there were 2 girls that walked up and they thought that I was the one leading the clinic, not them. So these guys needed to work on their confidence and be more assertive. I learned how to increase my weights efficiently, and they watched my form and told me that slight little tweaks. But other than that, it was definitely a good event. Both my events were very different, but overall, I think I learned something from both of them. So I enjoyed getting to participate in community events. And that's my presentation.